Royal Challengers Bengaluru losing to Sunrisers Hyderabad by a margin of 42 runs. Now, on the face of it, it may just look like any other result, but it is anything but an ordinary result. Innocuous it might seem, especially because if you take a look at where the situation is, Sunrisers has been knocked out of the playoffs, RCB have already qualified, yet this particular result could have grave repercussions on not just RCB and their qualification in the top two, but RCB and their chances of winning the title. All of it may come down to this particular game. Why do I say that? Because had Royal Challengers Bengaluru won this game, they would have been at a prime position to qualify for the top two. Top two means you have a much easier passage to qualify for the final. Now, as things stand, looking at the remaining games, it does seem that most likely it will be Punjab and Gujarat Titans that will finish 1-2 because of the loss that RCB suffered today. Not only did it cost them 2 points, it's also affected their net run rate, the margin that I'm talking about of 42 runs. What does that mean? It means that they will have to work doubly hard to firstly qualify for the final if they're finishing third and fourth, and they might come up against a dangerous looking Mumbai team in that eliminator one, which makes their job even more tougher. Now imagine they could have had a very easy path to the final had they finished in top two. Now they'll have a very tough path, and it all can boil down to this particular game. What really happened in this game, and could RCB have won it? Well, for starters, leaking 231 runs. As soon as you did that, the chances of you winning become rare, no matter how good you bat, because such totals are very rare. If it had been chased down, it would have been the second most successful chase in IPL history. That itself tells you that even though it was a good batting pitch at the Ikana Stadium in Lucknow, a small ground, yet for them to chase it down would have been very tough. Outstanding knock by Ishan Kishan, who's slowly growing into confidence. He got that 100 to begin with and then had a bit of a lull patch, got some runs in the last game, and now has gotten another 90 plus score. So he's gradually getting back to form ahead of that tour in England, even though in a different format. And overall, the SRH batting showed you what they can do. Aniket Verma also chipping in with a few runs. Abhishek Sharma started off very well at a strike rate of 200. So this is the template that SRH always wanted to play with. Unfortunately, it did not work out for them in this entire season, but has worked in this game, and they took the total to 231. I must say that in all of this, RCB was also missing their number one bowler this season in Hazelwood. Had he been around, probably the total could have been less. The other thing that's really gone against Royal Challengers Bangalore is that 1 week gap that they've had, longer than 1 week gap that they had. One game, of course, got washed out because of rain, so that also didn't allow them to play any encounter. Interestingly, this is the first game that Virat has played ever since announcing his test retirement. So I think that gap did not really serve them well. It can sometimes cost you your momentum, and that is probably what may have happened with RCB, that they ended up leaking the amount of runs that they did. Then you come down to the chase. They had an outstanding start. Again, Virat Kohli operating at a strike rate of 170, Phil Salt operating at a strike rate of 200, 80 run opening partnership, and till the 14th over, RCB were in the perfect position to win this game. They needed 69 of the last 6 overs. That is just about 11 runs and over, 7 wickets in hand. They should have won the game from there. But from there, 1 over really changed the game, and that was an over done by Nitish Reddy. Oftentimes, we've been a bit critical about Nitish Reddy, the bowler. His batting does inspire confidence in the test format, but playing him as a bowler in test format did invite a lot of criticism. But I must tell you, today, Nitish Reddy, the bowler, really stepped up. He did all the things that you expect of a fast bowling all-rounder. He stemmed the flow of runs. He nailed the Yorker when it needed to be, and that's a sign of a good bowler. He also used some variation. For example, Jitesh at one time tried to paddle him, go down on his knee and paddle him down towards fine leg. He bowled a short pitch delivery. So a thinking bowler as well. His pace was also up. He was bowling in the 130s, nailing the Yorker. All of that is good sign for Nitish Reddy, the bowler. He's been out of form with the bat, but you know he's a good batter, can get back into form. His bowling was always under doubt, but now he's showing that he can be a capable fast bowling all-rounder. That over that he bowls, the 15th over, gives away just 4 runs. That increases the pressure. The required run rate goes up, and then you have Malinga coming in after that. picking up 2 wickets in the next over because of the pressure that Nitish Reddy built up, and from there on RCB have a collapse. I think the other issue other than missing Hazelwood was the injury to Tim David. When he came out to bat after Krunal Pandya, he could just not even walk for a run, and that hampered his batting. Had he been fit, he's been able to finish a few games for RCB. They needed a batter like that, but today that the hamstring injury that he's got did not allow him to bat, and that's also not great news for RCB because hamstring injuries don't heal this fast. If you ask me, he's out of the IPL. We haven't got an official update, but hamstring injuries and my past experiences of studying that closely with other players, the recovery is not going to happen anytime soon. He's ruled out of the IPL. Phil Salt may not be available in the playoffs. Good thing is Hazelwood might come back, but as I said, this particular result could have grave repercussions on whether RCB managed to win this title or not. Do give us a like on the video if you enjoy our content. Share it with your other cricket loving friends as well. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today.